Hello everyone, my name is Ali and I am the representative of research team which led by Tandio Rahayu and other members are Gita and Billy. And here Catherine Kuhnen was invited because she is the former director scientific affairs at ICSSPE, Berlin, Germany. Here in this special occasion, we would like to share our finding in the investigation of blended learning teaching methods for physical education classes in Central Java. The idea was combining between conventional and modern methods based on developing technology. What we want is improving the learning quality through blended learning methods, and so therefore the further of this study aims to investigate how is the response of students as well the teachers to the use of blended learning in physical education classes, especially high school for high school student grade 1 and 2. The material and methods what we use in this study, uh, first of all, we design 3 different blended learning designs in order to see which the best design for what physical education materials. Then each design was applied in the lessons plan. Total participant in this study is 681 people, including the student and teacher. They are from 9 different schools in Semarang City, Central Java, and the range age of the students who were involved in this study is 14 years old until 19 years old. In-depth interview to physical education teachers and high school students in Semarang City was performed to collect the data. Address questions was related to the level of IT literacy, then the expectations for physical education learning, and the availability to school facility. And here what you are seeing now is our different designs of blended learning. On the top is our first design, which we call it the blended learning design number 1. It is combining instructional modalities or delivery media. What teachers doing in this blended learning number 1 design is actually the PE teacher with or without help from any other professional or maybe an athlete help to make the video demonstrating how the physical activity perform, and then after taking the video the PE teacher must modify or editing before they share to the student, and then this student the video sending to the student, and then the student need to learn before the physical education classes on that day. Another purpose of this investigation is actually we would like to make the time is more efficient to move. It is because the culture of physical education classes in Indonesia especially, we are lack of hours, so we just have about 3 hours to move. So we think that this is not enough in order to be healthy. And then the second designs, uh, it is combining instructional methods. So teachers they don't have to making a video, but they are instruct their student to perform the video, and then this is a peer-to-peer uh, peer-to-peer correction. So teachers they are able to divide it a student into some groups, and then intergroups they are commenting what is correct, what is not in the video, and then later on the day of physical education classes, they can evaluate each other and perform in the right movement. And then the third design, it is a combining online and face-to-face instructions. In our third designs, teachers they are uh, they can use any online resources like YouTube or Google or whatever, any other online resources, and which is related to the PE class materials for the next meeting. Then this materials send it to the student, and then they are discussing before the PE class on that day. Well, here is the result. So regardless the blended learning designs, we have three. Regardless to those designs, teacher and student, they are agree that blended learning is applicable for physical educations. 98% of the respondents, including teacher and student, they said it is blended learning design is applicable, and only 11% of the respondents say no. And moving forward in detail, which blended learning uh, is more applicable. Uh, they say that blended learning type 1 or design 1 is more acceptable, is more applicable for the student. Uh, in the real data, the blended learning design 1, 33% of the respondents say agree and only 2% say no. And blended learning design 2 is 30%. The respondents say agree and only 2% say no. And the blended learning design 3, 30% agree and 3% is no. So this is different, but it's not significant. And overall, the blended learning is acceptable and applicable. The reason why blended learning design number 1 is more applicable, it is might be due to they are what I mean, those students already familiar with the teacher, so the video from teacher is more understandable compared to the video from other resources like online resources or even like the video from their colleagues, their classmates. Yeah, and we are stepping into the conclusion of the study, that the study found that the blended learning is acceptable. Again, the blended learning is acceptable in order to improve the quality of physical education's learning process in Central Java, Indonesia. And this study provides 3 different designs of blended learning references to modify lesson plan of physical education class according to their needs. If you have any questions, or if you are interested to know better about the blended learning design, what we have conducted in our research, you may find our paper as a proceeding or maybe journal, and then we provide the email of that, and you can email us, then we can answer what is your questions. Thank you very much and have a good day.